Hi, everybody. Pardon me. I'm a little coffee. Um, and I'm in a new location. And I apologize in advance for my cat. He just woke up. He's wandering. And he's very sad. He's, for those of you who are just watching for the first time, he's also 18 years old. And he is deaf and senile. And so when he wanders the house, he meows because he thinks he is all alone. And he gets very, very loud because he has no idea of the amount of sound he's putting out. So that's that. So for those of you joining me for the first time, my name is Kelly. This is the Sheep Dreamery podcast. This is episode number 35. Today is September 24th, I think. It's a Tuesday. And, oh yeah, it's September 24th. And it's 1:45 in the afternoon in lovely Cincinnati, Ohio. And you can find me at sheepdreamery.com. I sell handmade yarn, but currently I'm working through a few things, and I'll get to that in a few minutes to explain what's going on with that. Where's my store? What's the deal with that? And as you may see behind me, that is a Lego Ron Swanson drawing that I got at the Cincinnati Comic Con. And I just wanted to have his picture in there today because I think it's such a cool picture. Okay, so I think it's been a couple weeks since I've podcasted. And in general, I've been pretty incommunicado. I did start posting on Plurk again the other day. And I'm on Instagram. And those are the two main places that I'm at. Instagram, I try to post more often than I post anywhere else. Because it's always easy to just put up a picture of something and go, look at how cool this is. And then everybody's like, I agree, it's very cool. So, alright. I can't remember if I talked about this yet or not. So I'm going to talk about it now because it kind of explains everything that's been going on lately. I have a job. I am working for somebody who is pretty well known in the spinning world. Her name is Abby Francomont, and I'm working for her at Stringtopia in Lebanon, Ohio. How did this happen? I was taking a class of hers for spinning one, and I went in early one day, and she said, I just lost an employee. And I said, well, do you need another one? And she was like, yeah. I said, okay. It was the most informal interview I've ever had for a job, ever. And I got the job within moments. So, I'm going to take a sip of my iced coffee. So, that's mostly where I am right now. And it also is the reason why I currently don't have any yarn in my store. Because with working for her, there is a no conflict clause in the contract. And so she and I are trying to work out something where I can still sell my yarn and it won't be considered a conflict. So we're working on that. And after that is settled, I will be selling my yarn again. I will be at Knittin' in the Mitten in November, and she's already said, yeah, go ahead, sell it there, that's fine, no problem. but she's talking to a lawyer. That's Maisie. She's snoring. She's a little tired. So Abby is talking with her lawyer to finagle a better situation so that I can go ahead and still sell my yarn. Because what I sell is completely different from what she is selling anyway in her store. In her studio, I should say. She sells fiber. She sells hand spun yarn, but she does not sell yarn bought from a mill that has been hand dyed. So we're working on things to figure out how to make that work in the best interest for both of us. And so once that's straightened out, my online store will be back up, and there's still a couple other things going on that we'll have to figure out, and I'll kind of keep you up to date as that goes along. But currently, no, I am not selling any yarn in my store. So that's that. But I am having a great time spinning. If you had told me a year ago that I would be spinning yarn in the first place, that I would have a wheel that my dad bought me, and then I was learning how to spin from one of the most respected spinners ever, I'd be like, what? Okay, you are crazy. But here I am. I am spinning yarn and working for Abby, and it's pretty great. So you may wonder, if you're working for Abby, are you going to be coming to Rhinebeck? Will you be at SAFF? Right now, I don't think so. Actually, those weekends are one right after the other, and I can't remember which weekend it is, but one of those weekends I'll actually be working in the studio the entire weekend because somebody needs to be at the store holding the store down while Miss Abby is off teaching. So, if you live in the Cincinnati area, if you live in the Indianapolis area, if you live in Lexington or Dayton or Toledo or Cleveland or Columbus, you're even Pittsburgh, you're within a day's drive of coming to take a class from Abby. And I will already tell you that for October, that time is pretty booked. But she has classes going on every weekend. She has classes every week. And if you can make the trip, you should definitely do so. There are hotels nearby. And yes, there is a very fancy hotel right down the street. But there are lots of really cheap no-tell motels nearby also because it's very close to Kings Island. And there are plenty of poor people who go to Kings Island and they need somewhere to stay. And there are campgrounds around and stuff like that. So if you've ever thought, I'd like to take some spinning classes, think about it, consider it, and you should know in advance that I'm going to be pimping all of them. Pimping all of them on here. Also, I'm going to be pimping Stringtopia's spring string thing. Say that 5 times fast. Spring string thing. Spring string thing. Spring string thing. There was one this year. It was held the weekend before Maryland Sheep and Wool. And there were over 100 people that came to that. Abby does not put limits on how many people can come to her events. So it's something that starts on Friday, goes through Saturday and Sunday, all day Sunday. She teaches a class until 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock on Sundays. So, and she brings in people who are also very good at the spinning, like JC Boggs and Three Sheeps and people like that. So go check out her site, stringtopia.net, and there's all kinds of stuff going on. Besides working at the studio, one of the other things I'm doing is I am doing a lot of her social media for her. So I am doing her Instagram one, which is Stringtopia, and Tumblr, which is Stringtopia, and Twitter, which I actually haven't gotten around to doing yet. So when I get done with this, I need to call the studio and figure out what the password is again. I'm doing all of that. So sometimes if you're following me on Instagram and you see a picture from me, then you might also see it on Stringtopias, because I'm right there doing work, but I'm also doing stuff. For instance, last night I was in my spinning 2 class. If you are new at spinning, Abby teaches a course in spinning. And it's a month-long course, and it goes from, well, it's 4 weeks. It's usually 2 hours a week. And she teaches it in 4 blocks. So there's spinning 1, which I took all of August. And now this month is spinning 2. And then she's not teaching spinning 3 next month because she has so much else to do. So I guess spinning 3 will happen in November at some point. And then spinning 4. When you are done with spinning 4, you are considered an accomplished spinner. And from that point, you can go towards earning a teaching certificate. Not one that's like run by the state, but one that is an instance of Abby going, yes, this person took classes with me. Yes, this person has accompanied me as I taught other classes, and I feel that this person will be successful teaching you as well how to spin. So that's what her teaching certificate is all about. So, if you were wondering what that was all about, that's what that's all about. Take spinning 1, spinning 2, spinning 3, spinning 4. And then after you complete spinning 4, then she has other classes that you can take that are for advanced people. Such as on Wednesday nights this month, there's a course called Yarn Design. And it's for spinning for teachers and, well, not teachers, but graduates. Excuse me. I feel so crooked. I can't, It feels like my head is permanently tilted or something. It's weird. So, that's what that is, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so, if you've been keeping up with my escapades, you may know that, yes, I've been spinning. Okay, this is what I'm working on right now. Let's get it to the camera. Okay, this is fiber from Cephalopod Yarns, and I do not know the name of the colorway, but this is like superwash merino, cashmere, and nylon, and let's just say that I've come a long way in my spinning thanks to her classes. Here are some other examples of how my spinning looked when I first started. Clumpy. This is Maori wool, and then this is just merino. But as you can see, everything is just kind of chunky and weird, and there's no continuity at all to any of it. Some's real skinny, some's real fat, and I know that there are some of you out there who are saying, "Oh, I wish I could spin fat." And I just want to say, hush. Hush your mouth. Because it's my goal to not spin fat. And I'm pretty sure I'll be able to spin fatness again in no time. I know somebody who can help me out. So, here are some other things that I have accomplished. Okay, so this is some spinning. This is a Polwarth and silk blend that I got from Three Waters Farm. They're on Etsy, and this colorway was called Road Race. And I bought it during Tour de Fleece. So, I applied this myself after Miss Abby showed me what to do. So, this is a skinnier weight, but I would still say that this is mostly bulky to worsted. So, improvements. They don't happen overnight, but they do happen. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Oh, go away. Oh. Okay. Here's another one that I did. This is super bulky, I would say. Yes. And I applied this myself. Let's see. This is fiber from Cloud Lover Fiber. I don't remember the name. I don't remember the yarn or the base. I don't remember, but it turned out very pretty. I like these colors together. The kind of rust and aqua and some dark grays. Kind of browny, but it's also perfect for fall knitting. So I haven't applied it yet because I'm nervous. And also because I don't want to two-ply it. I want to do a chain ply. Because I like where it is, I don't want to have it barber pole. There's already some barber poling in it. You can kind of see where it climbs up. So, that is another accomplishment. And last night during my class, you may recognize this if you follow me on Instagram. I had plied this previously, but last night Abby set me straight. When I plied this previously, I did not apply it correctly, and it was a twisty, terrible mess. I didn't realize I was supposed to be using my wheel in the opposite direction to ply. So last night we stood in the studio and put this yarn on. Wait, how do we do this? Okay, because I had already washed it, skeined it. Then we had one person in the studio hold it with her arms out, and then Abby had a bobbin winder and she rewound it onto this bobbin, but then I had another bobbin and I put this on my Lazy Kate and then spun it in the other direction. Yes. So that's why it looks so much better now. And this is either Falkland or Shetland that I bought from Boutros Babe. That puppy's tired. Heather of Highland Handmaids. And I still really like this colorway because it reminds me of being able to look at me and my good times there. Okay. Other fibery things. What was it? July? I got an email saying, "Hello, you said you would like to be in the Into the World Fiber Club. Would you still like to do that?" And I was like, "Oh, yes." So I'm now in there. If you do not like spoilers, you should fast forward for the next 2 or 3 minutes because I'm going to show what I got yesterday for the September 2013 Into the World Fiber Club. Okay? Time to go. I'll give you a thumbs up when you should come back, okay? Get out of here if you don't like spoilers. Okay, ready? Da 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 da. Into the world, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. And yes, I get the locks. Because it was the first club part open, and I was like, put me on any club. So, it's more gorgeous on the back. I showed a couple people on Plurk yesterday, but I only showed the front, but here's the back. And even right now, the camera is just not doing justice for the colors. It's awesome! Awesome! And I'll tell you this, I think this is going to be the next thing where people are like, I want Captain Tight Pants. No, people are going to be like, I want this now. And then I'll have all the Captain Tight Pants to myself. So yes, when she sells club extras, in October sometime, yes, I will be buying club extras. Because it's really nice. So, I might spend part of this over the weekend. We'll see how that goes. And I will share it with you all. This past weekend, I also went to Yellow Springs, Ohio, where they were having a wool gathering. And Abby was teaching classes there, and she insisted that I go. And when your boss tells you that you should be going somewhere, you go, right? Right. So I had to go. I had to go to a wool gathering. So I did. I went and I sat in Abby's tent, and she was teaching doing more with spindles. I think that's the class she was teaching. And I got to meet Rhymes with Malia. And I forgot to bring it out with me, but she gave me a little button that said yarnraising.com. So that was neat. That was neat. And of course I bought some things. The first thing I bought were Lendrum bobbins from Susan's Fiber. I emailed her before she even left to come to wool gathering to make sure that she was going to be bringing some bobbins with her so that I could buy them from her. And she said, yes, I will have them. And when I went up on Sunday, she still had them. I was like, yay! So I have some more bobbins, which is good because, as I've learned, the more fiber you begin to buy for spinning, the more bobbins you'll want, because you're not going to want to put everything on a toilet paper roll. I didn't even bring my toilet paper rolls. Fibers out here. So, that is that. What else was I going to talk about? Oh, okay. So, what did I buy besides London bobbins? Oh, I bought something gorgeous. Gorgeous. I wish you could touch this. I wish you could touch this over the, whatcha-jig. Okay. So, Lucky Cat Craft. This girl's awesome. Lucky Cat Craft. This is 70% Romney, 30% Muga silk, and it is so soft, so amazingly soft, so incredibly soft. It doesn't feel like Romney at all. It feels a million times softer than any regular Romney. And I'm sure that's because of the 30% silk. But man, it's so nice. And then here's the other that I got. It's mulberry silk. I'll hold it like this so you can see more of it at once. And that's 2 ounces. So, 2 ounces of this, 2 ounces of that. I will be taking this to the studio one day and putting it on the drum carder and carding it up and then knitting it from there. But look at that! It's so pretty. It's so pretty. These are like my colors. My colors. And I'm doing a pink invasion in Abby's studio. She really doesn't like the color pink. But I do. There's a lot more pink showing up. There are a lot more cooler colors showing up now that I've arrived. And I mean cool tones as opposed to warm tones. Oh, and let me talk about this for a minute. Oh, here's the other thing I bought. Hold on. I also bought this from Susan's Fiber Shop. It's Frabjous Fibers, or Frabjous Fibers. How do you say it? I don't know. But the colorway was named Maryland. And again, a lot of pinks, a lot of my colors. So I was like, yeah, I have to get this. How many ounces are in this? 4 ounces. Yes, 4 ounces of Polwarth. That's very nice. That's very nice. Nowhere near as soft as the Romney and silk, but still very nice. So, okay. And then, don't go nowhere, Ronnie. I have a friend named Kelly, and she was talking on Facebook a couple weeks ago about some silk that she got in and how it was amazingly awesome. I was like, I guess I should get some. So, she runs Lizard Toes. LizardToesArt.com. And this is Bombyx silk. And let me see. I'll open it just a little bit. Oh, man. It's like, oh, I wish you could touch this. Maisie wishes she could take a nap on the floor with her. It is so soft. So soft. So soft. It's amazingly soft. And I did blend some of it in with a drum carder at the studio, and it's just awesome. I'm gonna blend it in with some other stuff. I don't know what yet, but it's really, really nice. Really nice. So if you go to the is it Susquehanna Valley? No, SBFF. It's not Susquehanna. What is it? Is it in Virginia or West Virginia? It's coming up. Is it this weekend? I think it's this weekend. But she'll be there selling her fibers and her spindles. She makes spindles and she makes stitch markers. And she also sells silk cocoons, which are really cool. So there's that. All right. Is that everything? I think so. I think that's all I was going to talk about. Sorry about the noise. Yeah, I think that's it for now. There's just, I'm everywhere, but I'm kind of not everywhere, and I apologize for that. I'm going to try to get back on a schedule of being around more. Because I do like doing this. It's just, well, also, I was so depressed for a while, worse than usual. And I didn't feel like I had anything good to say. You know what I mean? I just felt like I was going to be a downer the whole time. And I know some people are like, oh, it's okay, you can talk about how sad you are. But no, I do not want to talk about how sad I am. I miss my grandmother dearly. We'll put it at that. And for those of you who have asked about my husband, he's doing okay. He had a procedure done a few weeks ago. It was an exploratory procedure. And the good news is that he doesn't have cancer. That's the good news. The other news is that he's still in the same nothing has improved in his other areas that need to be fixed. So right now we are waiting for the Obamacare stuff to become real so that he can finally get insurance from a company. You people who think Obamacare is a terrible idea, you're not living through what my husband's living through. He's a person who wants health insurance and who is more than happy to pay for it, and insurance companies feel like he's too big of a risk to take on. Well, now they have to take him in a couple more days, and I'm very happy about that. Because the surgeons do not want to operate on him until he has health insurance. It's a very terrible situation to be in when somebody you love cannot get the help that they deserve. And when they are treated as less than human because they don't have this one thing that they're more than happy to get, and they keep getting rejected. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. So, yes, we're still waiting on him to be able to have insurance and for the surgeons to go, okay, it's not as risky for us to take you on and do this now for some reason. So that's that. He's doing okay for now, but I don't want him to have to wait an entire year before this is fixed. Hopefully January or February or whatever, they'll be able to do one of the surgeries for him. So that's what that is. What else? That's pretty much it, I think, for now. So thanks for watching if you stopped by to watch. I'm very excited about this weekend. This weekend I will be going to the Union Terminal here in Cincinnati, which is recognizable to some people as the Hall of Justice. And I will be seeing a private concert with Claudio Sanchez from Coheed Campground. I'm really, really excited about it. I went to the Cincinnati Comic-Con closer to the beginning of this month, and he was unable to attend, but his wife Chandra was there, and she also helped him write some of the comics, such as Key of Z, and so I got to meet her and I told her who I was. She was like, I should hug you. I was like, okay. So I got my picture with her. She was really sweet, really nice. So I don't know if she'll be there or not for the concert, but it was exciting to meet her. And it's going to be real exciting to get to go to this concert. There's only 250 people who are going to be there. If you went to the Comic Con, then that was the only way that you would get to be on the list to get to go see him. She would write your name on the list. So I'm on the list. I think I'm like number 5 on the list. That's how like crazy obsessed I was on making sure I got on the list. So number 5. So I'll be doing that this weekend. I'm excited. So, okay, I hope you all have a great week, and thanks for tuning in, and I've missed all you guys. It's good for me to be getting back into all of this and seeing all of you guys again. You know what I mean? Jelly beans. So, alright, I'll see you next week. Bye!